Well, here we are, folks. There's only 3 games left, and they start tonight here in Albuquerque. It's the NEXUS Conference Championship game, as the upstart Dukes and GM Walt Shelby have to duke it out with the visiting Tokyo Riot for a trip to the first ever Rivals Cup. But this will be no hop along the rabbit trail, as the Riot, led by GM Tony Frye, are ready to unleash an onslaught by land, by air, or by whatever it takes to get a shot at the title. Buckle yourself up, gang, because it's time for a crash course in trash talk. Let's get ready for some football!
Presentation of the Rivals Broadcast Network.
Oh, mama, if you got chili on the stove, turn it down. If you got errands to run, cancel them. Because tonight is the night. It is the very first NEXUS Conference Championship game where the Tokyo Riot are visiting the one and only Albuquerque Dukes. Let's get into it tonight. I'm here, Skip Lloyd, with Commissioner Chris Beck. Beck, how are you feeling?
I'm pumped and ready to go, man, on this exciting, historic moment as the first Football Rivals League NEXUS Conference Championship hits the field tonight.
It is going to be one to remember. We have got 2 user GMs, 4 in all in the conference championships here. We've also got a user quarterback in Smokey Smith looking to lead the way, and there are keys to the game. If you were the Albuquerque Dukes here at home, you would be looking to score early, take the chances, and make sure your front 7 is getting after it. Meanwhile, if you are living like the Riot, you're on the razor's edge, and you have got so much to live for, but right now it's time to kick it off and get into it. Away we go. Kick is back, returned from about the 5 up to the 25, out past the 30, and he has got some good field position to start him off back. Tell us about Smokey Smith and these Dukes.
Smokey Smith is probably one of the most underrated quarterbacks that should be overrated. He came out of NC State, had a chip on his shoulder. No one thought they could do anything. They went 8-9, won their division, and now they're hosting the NEXUS Conference Championship.
A Cinderella story to be certain. Smokey Smith out of the shotgun, fakes it and keeper right out of the gate, but he is sniffed out and brought down for no gain.
Speaking of NC State, that was hearkening back to his college days right there, as he does a little read option, RPO option off to the right side there, taking the snap here.
No such luck there. This time he throws it over the middle, and it is complete for a gain of 6. Of course, who else? Cody Meltzer making the tackle. What about Meltzer?
Cody Meltzer, man, he is the captain of this defense. He is in like the top 3 for interceptions in the league.
Insane.
There were not is that Clint Snyder?
Snyder, sorry to cut you off there, Beck. That's Clint Snyder, the rookie. A rookie-to-rookie connection that has been strong for the Dukes this year.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite matchups of this game today, is to see how Meltzer and that linebacking crew can stop Snyder over the middle.
If they can stop Snyder over the middle right now, they've got a fresh first down at the 47-yard line, sending Snyder actually into a bit of an orbit motion for the big man, all of 6'7", faking the handoff. He's looking downfield. He throws it deep downfield, and close. Richards is there making the breakup.
A little bit of some early Smokey Smith there, as early in the season he would just take errant shots, and it was 50-50. And that time it falls to the ground. They got lucky there on 2nd and 10 here.
And you're right about that. Smith struggled to start the season. The whole team did. They traded away a star receiver, and somehow it was addition by subtraction, as they've got another first down inside enemy territory.
Yeah, and speaking of Earl Grey. Speaking of Earl,
need a little chamomile.
Yeah, He's as strong as the T, but he had a great season over there at the Virginia Beach Bombers, but he will be a free agent. So it's kind of interesting to see if he gets re-signed, or maybe there's a Smokey to Earl connection again next season.
That's right. What are the Bombers going to do? Meanwhile, the
Off
Duke,
the left side,
like a jackrabbit, he is scurrying. That's Quentin Tomlinson, who struggled with some injuries this year, but when he's healthy, he is a complete halfback out of the backfield.
Yeah, I believe Pollard is their leading rusher right now.
On the season,
yards.
Yeah. Had a great game last week with 2 touchdowns. Smith throwing it over the middle to Snyder again, and he gets inside the 30 down to the 28. They are moving on this first drive.
Yeah, and this is very indicative of the Dukes offense. If you go back and watch their last couple games, specifically the playoff games, they drive down and score early, and they punch you in the mouth, and then they settle back and let their offense try to figure out what to do next.
And that's certainly a recipe for success.
Exactly. Both teams have grown an injury on the field there.
Ooh, not good. And, of course, Tomlinson, again, just cannot stay healthy this season.
Yeah, he's not having a good year in the injury department. But both of these teams' defenses are their strength, and they have to figure out how to get around that on the offensive side of the ball from both schools tonight.
They sure do. You're right about that. Now you're looking at a 1st and 10. They are continuing to move, and like you said, the Dukes, when they've played well, they have been able to score early and then hold on to leads. Ooh, that one bouncing off the lineman's helmet. Smith not happy about that.
Yeah, and he was trying to hit Clint Snyder over the middle again on another short out from the middle of the field. He's got him open over the middle right here.
He finds him. He gets past the first down marker, and they're inside the 10 at the 9-yard line with a 1st and goal. Oh, that wasn't Snyder that time.
That wasn't Snyder on that.
That was a wide receiver.
Let me grab my stat sheet. That was number 82. You see Pollard getting his 3rd rush of the game there, getting stuffed up the middle, bringing up 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
Well, that was Anthony Griggs, the backup tight end. He's a veteran. Shotgun, 2nd and goal. Smith got trips right. He's got one out to the left. Halfback stays in the block. Smith throws it and just throws it away. Now, earlier in the season, he might have thrown that into traffic. Do you think he learned his lessons trying to live to survive to the title?
Yeah, you got to know that Walt Shelby's been coaching him up all year, trying to get him to make less mistakes as he has to play smart.
He's looking
all day.
Too long. So long, big time play by the defense. Young getting in there for the sack. It looks like they're going to force a field goal on a very successful but ultimately disappointing first drive.
Yeah, and that was the body bag that ended the drive there, as Smokey Smith just held the ball a little too long. And that's what he's got to work on in the offseason to go into year 2, is he's got to work on his ability to use his legs. He has some good speed to get out there. But now we get to see Anthony Frye, GM Tony Frye, and his offense.
That's right.
Johnny the Hobbit Hobbs.
That's right. Hobbs, Razor Ramon, and company. They are certainly a force to be reckoned with. Razor Ramon Hamilton has been fantastic this season, proving doubters wrong. He was a free agent acquisition. It may not have looked fantastic in the touchdown department, but don't forget he knows how to do it on the ground too.
Yeah, Hamilton's had he's just like Smokey in these playoffs. Both of these teams got hot right at the right time to go into the playoffs.
Handed off to Hobbs early. That is probably something they're going to do early and often. Hamilton got 8 touchdowns on the ground this season, just under 400 yards rushing as well. So when you add it up, just under 30 touchdowns for Hamilton on the year. Hobbs, another story altogether. He has been a rookie sensation.
Yeah, coming out of 2 seasons out of Texas A&M playing halfback. He is a national championship winner, and he was drafted by Tony Frye, who is a well-known A&M Aggie fan. So it's kind of a hometown connection there, and he's came in town, and he has brought this offense on his shoulders when Hamilton couldn't do it.
Well, Hobbs has been fantastic. 1,482, just under 1,500 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns. 530 receiving yards. I mean, basically a 2,000-yard back as a rookie. Fantastic.
Yeah, his total yards are insane. We haven't seen who has won all the awards yet, but he's in almost every category for anything that he can be nominated for right now.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, the Dukes back on offense, hoping they can replicate that success from the first drive. A lot of short passing with a little bit of running mixed in, but we'll also see what happens if Pollard is going to, or Tomlinson rather, is going to come back into this game. Smith looking downfield, catches it over the middle. Then Smokey Smith connecting again with his receiving core, and he is really spreading the ball around tonight. That was Reeves bringing in that catch.
And that was one of those dots that makes you see that Smokey is going to be a great quarterback in this league. The longer he gets to play, around year 3 or 4, he's going to be on his way to becoming the next Frost, as he almost gets a free play there, but the defender gets back.
Pollard getting blown up on the line. And talk about receivers, Matt Reeves, maybe the lost or forgotten man in the Earl Rose trade. He was a 1,000-yard receiver with 7 touchdowns. He's a young receiving talent. Maybe just wasn't getting his due all year.
Yeah, and I mean, again, this team, obviously they're 8-9, so they didn't start out too great. I know GM Walt Shelby was, messaging us and, on calls with us and banging his head against the lockers multiple times throughout the year.
And here he is now in the conference championship game.
And now he's the Nexus West champion, and he's in the Nexus Conference Championship with a chance to go to the Rivals Cup in year 1. It's insane.
Unfortunately, a little bit of holding there. So they're going to get brought back, and that's going to be a 2nd and 29. It's back-to-back holds for the Dukes. Now Smith not throwing a good one on 2nd and long, 3rd and forever. I think they were hoping to take a little chunk out of that. They are still within, the shadow of their own end zone. So clearly if they can't move it here, it's going to be a punt. Looking deep, taken all day, and fires it as a check down. Clearly not going to get what they need. They're going to live to fight another play. This could be a tight defensive game all night.
Yeah, and that's what the predictions were. I can't remember what Wally and D had the score. I think it was 6 maybe or something like that, somewhere around in there for the prediction for the score. But both defenses are great. And you see there, Smokey Smith has all day to throw because the Riot don't blitz very often. They fall back. They trust in their secondary. They trust in Meltzer, who, again, is a middle linebacker in the top 5 for interceptions. They trust their defense, they let everything work, and then they let the other team make mistakes.
But they are without pass rusher Will Lane as Hamilton gets rocked on the delivery.
Yeah, Will Lane, he was having a phenomenal year at the beginning too, but there were a lot of rookie injuries this year, and Will Lane unfortunately fell victim to that as well.
And now throwing over the middle, that's complete but just short of the sticks to Hobbs.
Yeah, Hobbs is one of the best receiving backs out of the backfield. And we saw, was it last week? He was split out in overtime. Yeah, last week against the Fury. He was split out as a receiver as he hits a guy deep here over the middle.
Hamilton
Hobbs
connecting.
Split out for the 80-yard catch that won them, punched their ticket to this game tonight.
That's right. Meanwhile, Ramon hits, looks like Proctor, who's coming open over the middle, just gets behind the defender, and Hamilton with precision placement, big-time play to keep the Riot moving. They need a few more first downs.
Yeah, and again, this is just, if you watch the Dukes, their defense almost mimics the Riot. They usually only rush 4, they fall back. And unfortunately, it's going to allow first downs like that one right there. But they are a bend, don't break defense. But
both
they do
defenses really.
When you're on your side of the field, they do seem to pressure you more because they lead the league in safeties.
That's right, and it's 2 of them for Scott Tyson alone. I know we've talked about this before, but a veteran defensive lineman who had no time or appetite to be a mentor. He just wanted to win, and here he is 1 game away from the championship.
Yeah, as they still... Oh, that was just nasty.
Yeah, defense sniffed that out.
There. It's 3rd and 4. I would like to see, I know it's not, there you go, it's 5 wide. I was going to say, I would like to see Hamilton take a shot here on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they're at the edge of field goal range. You know they'd like to at least tie it up, but he completes it for the first down. Big time throw, and that is out to Ronald Jones, another rookie receiver. Rookies making plays all over the place in this game, and we're at the end of the first quarter. Put those 2s up, put those Dukes up, as the Dukes have 3 points on the Riot.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the way it is for the first 3 to 5 years. Is a bunch of rookies. We mentioned it in the Discord and in other things. We went from 7 to 14 to 55 user-submitted rookies as he takes off here for the big first down.
Yeah, probably should have taken it out of bounds instead of taking the damage there, because there is a hold. A lot of penalties early tonight. Guys got to settle down. Logan Carmichael is guilty this time, putting them in a kind of back at the edge of field goal range again, and you do not want to get in a field goal battle with the Dukes because they have arguably the best kicker in the league. Farmer is no joke. That guy knows how to swing for the fences, and he usually connects.
Look at this defense here. They're man up on the receivers, and they play in a free safety.
Second and 16. He hits Jones again. He finds space, separates, and gets the first down. Jones is making it look easy all of a sudden, coming alive here, even though he's, the 4th or 5th receiver normally. He is getting his shots today. That's Ronald Jones, 3rd-round rookie out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, he just found the hole in the coverage there and just slipped in there. No one had him. I think it was man coverage on that far side down at the bottom of the screen, and they just they lost him.
Out on the screen pass.
Right. Oh.
I believe that was Bronson.
Everybody knows we hate the swing passes and the screens, man. That was horrible.
Jerry Bronson, the tight end, the recipient of the screen there, only getting 2 yards at 2nd and 8 under center. Hamilton hands off, but it's not Hobbs. It's Gabriel Cleary.
Yeah, you got to wonder where Hobbs was on that big 2nd down play. He's back in right now.
Yeah, he's back now, of course, but Gabriel Cleary, the 2nd-year man out of Florida, not the guy that the Riot fans wanted to see. Hamilton taking his time, but now he's losing it. He's got to run out, and he's just going to throw it away. They are going to live to kick and tie this thing up.
Yeah, and that was that bend don't break defense by the Dukes, but you got to wonder why Hamilton didn't take it off there. It looks like he was arguing with Tony Frye to go for it there on 4th and 8.
Yeah, it looked like he had room. If he had just kind of fluttered out to the right, he could have taken it all the way in, maybe.
Yeah, that was going to say, maybe that hold from the last couple, the back-to-back holds are in the back of his mind. But other than that, he had nothing but daylight in front of him. But regardless, we are tied at 3 in the first ever conference championship game.
Kick down to the 5, getting the return up past the 20 to the 25, trying to shake it a little bit, loose, fighting forward past the 30 to the 31, and that is where Smokey Smith and company are going to take it from.
Yeah, and these two GMs, they talk trash to each other all the time, so it's nice to see, especially these two quarterbacks there, especially Smokey Smith, who is kind of taking on the role of the trash talker in the league, and he's been backing it up, so we'll let him go for now.
He has, but they certainly were not winning because of Smokey Smith last week. You have to argue it was mostly due to the ground game. Here, Smokey Smith throws almost intercepted. Got to be careful. But Smith, you're right, has still proven a winner, and he has proven clutch. They have been able to make enough plays to get into the playoffs and upset 2 teams that were on paper considered to be clear favorites. Now Smith fluttering around, throws it, it's complete, but it's behind the line of scrimmage. That is not going to be good. Henley bringing him down, and that's 4th and 11. They're going to have to kick this away.
Yeah, and that was out to Snyder, and he's a big, reliable set of hands, but you got to get him downfield or he's useless.
The boot going deep, back to the 20-yard line. He's still going to try to return it, but not getting much. Maybe out to the 24. Hamilton coming back out. Both teams kind of reached a little bit of a stalemate here. Somebody's got to turn the ignition, so to speak, and Razor Ramon has been able to slice and dice defenses all season. You think he can avoid DeAndre Gregory and make something happen here? Yeah, they're going to hand it off to Hobbs.
Yeah, and you got to think Hobbs is great between the tackles. They need to try to separate this defensive line a little bit more off the line of scrimmage and get Hobbs some touches in the middle, and that's what allows Hamilton to start hitting his targets better.
Ooh, he's getting pressure.
He's running.
Here you go, no flag, slides, saves it for another down. 3rd and 5. That's the kind of play they need from Ramon tonight.
Yeah, and I don't remember what game it was we called recently, but there was a game where it was just like that. Every time he was pressured, it was from his left, and he had to roll out. So as right as he goes down into a body bag right there.
That's right. Bagged.
But this pressure from the Dukes is coming from that right side, and that time it was just too fast for Hamilton. He couldn't read it. He tried to get away, and it's a bad play there.
Yeah, not what you want to see, but they're still got a chance to make it right here. Let's see what they do. No, I was wrong. I thought this was third down. That was third down. They're punting this thing out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is 4th and 13. 8 minutes to go in the half. Your defense is playing great. I think Shelby at some point is going to try to let Smith take some more shots downfield. The middle of the field is ripe against this defense.
Yeah, they were moving it on that first drive, so just got to see what they can do to get it right.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying at the beginning of the game is that the Dukes are definitely a first drive team. They almost always go down and score first. But after that, they kind of peter out, and they just try to figure out what to do as he breaks the tackle here.
There you go, Matt Reeves again.
He's slow getting up there.
He's not a burner. He's not a height guy. He's not a contested catch guy, but he is good. He's solid, and he is the best receiver they have. They have to lean on him. Smith again fires out to the right. It's complete. That looks like Orlando Richards getting the catch there. He does have elite speed.
Yeah, he does. And you got to think you got to wonder what they're going to try to do in this offseason. Is they have what seems to be their quarterback of the future for right now. They have some speed on the outside.
He's wide open, streaking towards the sideline, and that is the big rookie, Clint Snyder. Wide open. Somebody lost their man, and boy, did Smokey Smith find him.
Yeah, as soon as he separated from the linebacker right there in that hole in the zone, Smokey saw it and delivered, and that was a dot.
Yeah, not a good look. That looked like Chauncey Simmons, who was a little late to react, and Snyder coming across his face in the zone, but too late now. Big 1st and goal from the 10 here. Smokey hands it off from the shotgun. Meltzer and company bringing him down.
Good run up the middle there on 1st and 10. 1st and goal. Ooh, another injury.
Not what the Dukes want to see here. Struggling with injuries. That's Tomlinson and Pollard have had injuries now. Let's see what they do. Looks like Dante Houston might be in the backfield. No, it's Deontay Bailey in the backfield.
Big stop there for the defense by Simmons. Going to bring up 3rd and 4. You got to think they're going to try to pass it here with the backup running back in now.
Yeah, you got to think so. Yep, Smith fires it, and it's complete for the
touchdown.
The Dukes go on top with Matt Reeves. Smokey Smith to Matt Reeves on the slant. Playing some sweet concerto for the Riots, and there's going to be all calm here in the rabbit hole as we are going to hop our way to victory. Reeves putting them up.
That was prime Smokey Smith. That is what's going to make him get that extension in year 4 of his contract. Got to let him throw the ball.
Yeah, and he had time. He had time. I mean, that was some soft coverage. Nobody really trying to press him at the line, just letting him break right into a slant, wide open, pitch and catch, first read.
Yeah, that's a textbook play right there. It's 3rd and 4, 3rd and goal from the 4. You knew it was going to be something fast. It's a good kick return here.
Yeah, Coach Frye was not too happy on the sideline. Seemed to be a little bit of exasperation there, but trying to rally his team here. He was talking to Ramon Hamilton before he walked back onto the field. Seemed to be giving him a little bit of a pep talk.
Yeah, and Hamilton, they have 5.5 minutes to go here in the half as they hand it to Hobbs. They're still trying to stretch it out to the outside. Hobbs has his success up the gut, and then he makes his moves.
Yeah, this could be this is strength on strength, right? The front 7 for the Dukes has been the tip of their spear all season, and putting Johnny Hobbs, the Hobbit Hobbs, against that front 7, it could be a tough day for the Riot rushing attack.
Yeah, maybe they, Hobbs is a great out of the backfield receiver, so they got to get him involved. There's a penalty. There's
Looked like a hold. Yeah, it's probably moving back.
Pocket collapsed. You just got to get rid of that.
Tough. Logan Carmichael for the 2nd time. That's going to put him in a 3rd and 18. Instead, they decline it. Dukes just want the ball back with 4:15. Wise decision.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see the Dukes getting pressure with their front four tonight.
Smith looking good.
This is when he gets dangerous. He's 13 of 18, 122 and a touchdown. This is when he gets dangerous, but this is also, if you've watched their games this season, when they start to get complacent. They can't get complacent. Oh, they get stuffed.
Meltzer up the gut. Yowzers. Coming downhill, and Antoine Pollard. Pollard was injured before. He might be extra injured now. First down. What a strike to Richards, Orlando Richards, out at the boundary. Smokey Smith throwing a dart.
Yeah, that was a great play, great read, great delivery. As they come out in a power set here.
Hand it to Pollard. Well, tries to make a cut and gets brought down.
Yeah, Pollard he's a good running back. He needs to get going. You gotta think it's 2.5 minutes to go, almost about to hit the 2-minute warning. Nerves are probably starting to wear out as he hits him over the middle there.
Richards again having a sneaky big half here, starting to really come on late in the end of the first half here, and he has had a couple important conversions for first downs, 2 on this drive already.
Yeah. Big game for this kid. He's having a great game so far.
Meltzer out wide on the empty set in coverage, drops back. It's Snyder again. And that's not a horrible offensive approach either. Just spread it wide and pick your poison. Smokey seems to be wheeling and dealing at the moment.
Yeah, and obviously Smokey Smith was a great...
Oh, he's got him!
Touchdown!
DeMar Briggs! Wide open. Smokey Smith hits the man in stride, and he gallops into the end zone. A little bit of shoulder shimmy seemed to free him up, and that's all it took. Smokey Smith now with his second touchdown here in the first half. Talk about clutch.
Maybe Walt Shelby had a link into the broadcast booth tonight, and he heard us talking about opening it up, because they are opening up this offense now here at the end of the first half.
Incredible. For a team that everyone was kind of clowning on and punching down at, they now have a 17-3 lead near the half of the Nexus Conference title game.
Yeah, and look below that little ABQ on our ticker down there. They were 8-9. Had to fight their way back to win the West. Won the West at 8-9, and here they are leading by 2 scores. Let's see what Hamilton and Coach Frye have dialed up here for the Riot.
Had to win 5 of their last 7 to make it in, and still just barely snuck it in after what was really a difficult start to the season. The Dukes have really turned it around and are looking hot right now.
Yeah, things getting a little chippy down there on the field. I just saw some pushing and shoving going on.
Hamilton knows they've got to convert. They've got to get some points here.
Yeah, and they've got plenty of time. A minute and a half to go. Just dink and dunk. You're on the 40-yard line. Just take your time and get down the field.
There you go. Getting the first down up past the 50. That's a big one. Definitely needed that. Worked out.
And they're getting out of bounds. They're making the first downs, making the good plays, not getting greedy. They can't get selfish here. They have to get out of bounds. Don't fight for the big play. Just move down the field.
And talk about using the entire roster. That was the 3rd tight end, Alex Ramsey, making that play.
Yeah. They come out kind of a big bunch set here for Hamilton. He's got a man wide open.
Oh, it's Hobbs, and he takes a shot. You know, not for nothing, that was Ramsey's 2nd catch all season.
Oh.
As he hits Bronson, and they finally take that first time out.
Yeah, it looked like the ball kind of moved a little bit. I thought he was going to fumble there or drop the pass, but good way to hold on to the ball there. Hamilton
going empty. He's got time. He's got to fire, and he throws it deep. Oh, just overthrows. And that was Ronald Jones streaking down the sideline, just overthrew it.
He had him too, man, right in the corner of the end zone.
He had DeAndre Gregory beaten. That's one of the best corners in the league. Oh, no. Hamilton a little off on his accuracy right now. 3rd and 10, gotta pick it up here. I mean, can't turn it over. Got to make a couple yards to even be in field goal range. Throw it over the middle. Proctor.
He fought for it, but he didn't get it.
He is down a yard short. What do you think they do here? Coach Frye has been a bit of a gambler this season, and they are going to go for it. Let's see. Tony Frye said this is for all the marbles, for all the marbles.
He's got to open over the middle.
Oh, it's incomplete, overthrown. He took a shot, fired it. He had maybe a receiver open for the first down in the flats, but tried to press it, and they are denied.
Oh, man, and you got to think, this would be heartbreaking. There's 40 seconds left. This would be insane if the Dukes go down and score before the half.
Smith finds Snyder again up the seam. Smith has now got 2:08 for 2 touchdowns in the first half, and the Dukes take a timeout, leaving them with 1 and 31 seconds. What a game. You know, if you check the poll from last night, this is not how the majority of fans expected this game to go, and Walt Shelby, Smokey, Smith, and co. have got to be feeling good right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you who I voted for, but we've got a 2-score lead here as he drops the pass. I don't know.
Looked more like he threw it in his shoelaces.
Yeah, it looked like he threw it in his shoelaces there. I blinked for 1 second, and the ball was on the ground.
Trying to push the ball. He's got him complete inside the 30. Now they're going to try to hurry up. That's Orlando Richards again doing the Macarena.
One timeout left, 7 seconds. Call your timeout. Call your timeout.
Snap it. They're going to throw it. Oh, it's Smokey. He throws it. It's incomplete, and they run out of time. Wow. What a end to the first half of the Nexus Conference title game. Coach Tony Frye has got a lot to talk to his team about in the locker room.
Yeah, and that was a hell of a half there. Both teams, both defenses came out. They fought for it. Oh man, that was a great play, and the Dukes just opened it up there at the end. Frye's got to get his team together, get them re-scrambled, get everything back together on this defense, and they've got to step up.
Just absolutely incredible first half. The Dukes have been spreading the ball around, and even though they have ridden the running game throughout the playoffs, they are now suddenly turning into a pass-heavy attack. What an unexpected surprise from Coach Walt Shelby and Smokey Smith.
And in both of their last two, both the wild card and the divisional round, that's how they won, was they came out and they tried to run. It didn't work too well, with the exception of the Pollard game. They came out and they tried to run, and it didn't work too well, and then they had to rely on Smokey Smith to take the team down and score late in the game to win.
And now that looks like, Hamilton takes a shot, and what a chance for Johnny Hobbs. Cannot complete, but these are the kinds of chances that the Riot are going to have to take from here on out just to get back into this, let alone win it.
Yeah, and the Riot have plenty of time left, and he's going to go down.
It's getting ugly. That's big Juan Baker, who had himself quite a season. He was a little bit of a sack artist himself, actually racking up 12 sacks from the defensive tackle position, and it's swatted away, and they're going to have to punt 3 and out just like that.
Yeah, the Riot are playing 2-minute drill ball here in the fourth quarter, and it's only the third quarter. They need to settle back down and try to get their offense together.
Yeah, the top of the third nonetheless.
We just started.
Coach Frye gave him a pep talk in the locker room, but he might have turned the dial to 11 or 12. Maybe got to just ratchet it back down a hair and make sure you stay in this thing.
Let's watch some Smokey Smith highlights here, as he's played phenomenal football tonight.
He has been playing lights out tonight. He was certainly considered a little bit of a faller in the draft, but either way, he has now got his team 2 quarters away from the first ever Rivals Cup. Completes out to the boundary, cuts it back inside, just short of the 50. That's going to be 5 yards. But Smokey Smith, the 27th pick in the first round of the first ever Football Rivals Pro League draft, is making a statement right now. He may have not have been Rookie of the Year, but he made it further than the rest. And they are now starting to turn back to the run game as they cross the 50.
Yeah, and you got to think this is the time to either, you have two mindsets, right? Obviously, you can either go down, take some shots and try to score, or you can try to kill some clock as he runs up the gut.
Big one.
Pollard does. Pollard he's really came into this team in the last couple of weeks.
You know, and it's something to be said for Pollard because he's certainly not getting any younger. This is his age 27 season. He came in as a backup, but certainly ended up playing like a starter, making a nice cut there, but it's probably going to come back. Looks like there's a hold on the play.
Yeah, that was a great run there, but it just heavy mistakes tonight.
Turnabout is fair play. Emmett Reeves with the hold this time after the Riot have been guilty of a few themselves. Maybe the Dukes are going to hamstring themselves with holds here in the second half. We'll see. Smokey drops back, 1st and 18, dumps it off to Snyder over the middle, gets tackled by Meltzer and Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons is having a great game here. You got to think that all the focus and attention has been on Meltzer tonight. Maybe they're trying to block him a little too much, and it's freeing up Simmons.
Tunnel screen pass, but it is sniffed out by the Riot defense. Coach Frye said we are not going to fall victim to the screen game. And they do not there. It is 3rd and 16. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Smokey Smith standing on the ears here in the rabbit hole. 3rd and 16. He's got time. Drifting out of the pocket, dropping back, throwing it away. They're going to punt this ball.
Speaking of punting this ball, let's punt away some credits to everybody watching. If you're in the chat, hit Rivals, and you'll get a free 20 credits tonight for being here right now.
Look at that.
Might get some more later, so keep paying attention.
The punt is back and out of bounds at the 9. Not doing Ramon Hamilton any favors, but Ramon Hamilton has got to start doing himself some favors.
Yeah, that was a great punt.
So 1st and 10, 9:45 left here in the third quarter. Fakes the handoff. Keeper trying to get out wide, but he can't. Brought down. Basically no gain on the play.
Yeah, and the Dukes are just, as you see here, they're just having fun with it now. They're just rushing forward. They're letting everybody drop back in coverage, and these front four are highly impressive tonight.
Oh, a delay handoff to Hobbs, who's got room. Cannot break that tackle by Breston, but still getting 8 very important yards. They had to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. They have got to convert this back.
Yeah, that was a great play. Here's
Keeper,
he keeps it.
He's got it.
room.
Wow, they are going to pull out all the tools now. Apparently, Ramon Hamilton on the keeper here. I absolutely thought they were handing it to Hobbs. I did not even see it for a second.
Yeah, I thought they were. I was like, there's no way they're giving it to Hobbs at the middle. There was too many people there. But Hamilton kept it, and they're doing it again. But this time they do give it to Hobbs.
Hey, if it means, using up a lot of clock, as long as you get a touchdown out of it, it's still the third quarter. This can be a game. They have got to go down and score points.
Yeah, that's what's dangerous about this defense, though, is they lull you into sleep as he takes a shot over the middle.
Finally, just what the doctor ordered. That was very big first down there. Jerry Bronson, the tight end, who has absolutely been a gem for the Riot this season. He was near the top of all tight ends in receiving. He had 114 catches, almost 1,300 yards. So quite a receiving threat for the Riot this season. One of their leading receivers, in fact.
Yeah, and as we see here, Hamilton's got a guy over the middle.
Yeah, it looks like it's Bronson again.
Oh, getting up a little stiff there.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to go away from him for the first half because he was going to be so well guarded by the Dukes. But at this point, you just got to lean on your playmakers. If that means it's Bronson and Hobbs, go to Bronson and Hobbs.
And they like this formation right here. Got the first down.
That's exactly what they. Oh no, it's Daniels that time. I believe that's the rookie tight end. Adam Daniels.
Now in a tight formation, 2 wide receivers to the right side, motioning Hobbs out there. They like to run this to Hobbs. Release. Oh, and they go to the opposite side.
Oh, and he's got a big completion up the boundary. It's exactly what they needed. Adam Daniels, the tight end, 3rd-round pick out of Vanderbilt in the first ever Football Rivals Pro League draft. But it's not time to talk about the draft. It's time to talk about the Rivals Cup. And the Riot are trying to get themselves back in position to have a chance at winning it as they hand off to Hobbs there, and he gets a gain of 4 on first down. It is 2nd and 6 with 4:20 left here in the third quarter. Hamilton out of the shotgun, Hobbs to his right. Hands off to Hobbs up the gut, but he is met with linebackers aplenty as the Dukes gang tackle the Hobbit. Oh, no.
Ooh. Johnny Hobbs goes down.
And he is sitting on the bench. It does not look like he wants to go in that blue tent. Let's hope he gets back out there soon. But in the meantime, that probably means a mix of Gabriel Cleary and Marquise Fant at halfback. A huge drop-off for the Riot. Hamilton throws it. It's intercepted. He had him. He had to put more air under it.
He's going down the field.
To the
Is
50,
Hamilton going to catch
the
him?
40. Nobody's going to catch him. He is going to return it all the way.
Touchdown!
The house is on fire. The rabbit hole is alive as Bart Edwards gets a pick six, a sticky picky, and the stickiest of all, he catches it around the 7-yard line, snatching it out of the air, stealing a touchdown away and giving a 7-point swing to the Dukes.
The Dukes are on fire, man. I am hyped. I am not even sitting in my chair right now. I am jumping everywhere. I never saw this coming. Although I will tell you, I did vote for the Dukes in the poll tonight. So we'll see.
Did you? You voted for the Dukes in the poll. All right.
I like to go for the underdog. I thought that this was going to be switched around and it was going to be a closer game than this. But we have to see the Riot come back. They have to come back with Hamilton now.
A shocking display as the Riot are quiet. 24-3 here in the third quarter. Ramon Hamilton, that was a great drive. He was throwing it to a wide open receiver in the corner of the end zone, but there was not enough air under it. And Bart Edwards made Homer proud, Bart, for bringing it all the way back.
Little Simpsons reference there for you guys.
Right, Hamilton throwing it. And they have got to just start.
I'll just buy for the mumbo jumbo from Skip 3.
That's right. He hits Jerron Good, technically their top receiver, but this is a receiving core for the Riot that absolutely has not been winning them a ton of games, and now they have to rely on a pass-heavy approach to stay in this thing. And if they're going to keep throwing it to Bronson, that could be the end for the Riot. They've got to spread this ball around, but they are up against elite secondary with mediocre receivers. This is not looking good for Tokyo.
Yeah, and we've seen, as you see there, he keeps it and gets the first down and keeps them alive. We've seen numerous, especially in the playoffs. The playoffs have been super tight this year.
Unless it's a brawlers game, it's
I would say, except for the boring brawlers, if you want to take it that way. They just blow everybody out. Well, but is this Frye back in?
Nope, that is Gabriel Cleary.
But yeah, almost every game has been tight, and a lot of games were like this, where it was 24-3, just like the Fury against the Riot last week.
That's true.
That's true. Lead, and 14 to 21 points is nothing for these teams to come back in the last couple weeks lately.
That's true. There's still time. There's still a whole nother quarter. The Riot cannot clock out now. They have to keep moving the ball. He throws it deep. Oh.
Yeah, that was just a bad decision right there. I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to instill some confidence in this offense, but you can't be the guy that makes your team lose by making dumb decisions there. Yeah, now they've got to punt it away. The interesting thing is Ramon Hamilton, again, overall, almost 30 touchdowns on the season, but it's something else about playing deep into the playoffs. You got to wonder if they're going to judge Hamilton on this one game or if it's just an anomaly, but he does not have a massive contract, and they did draft Darren Thomas. I doubt they'll turn to Thomas in this game, but you got to wonder if the door's open for Thomas to potentially start next year. Yeah, and Thomas played some games this year. I think he started one towards the end of the season that didn't matter or something, but He was in the Heisman votes many times, many weeks during his college season as the run up the middle here off the left side. But he's a good quarterback. He's from Duke. He was in the Heisman nominations every year. We'll see what happens with him, which way they want to go.
He was a 4th-round pick, but hey, he's also a 6'5", 220 quarterback.
Oh, interception!
Oh, there you go. That's what they needed. Simmons makes the pick, and they are in business now. They are in the red zone. Chauncey Simmons comes up huge after giving up a pretty big play in the first half to Clint Snyder. He has got it back.
And there you go. We are back. We might have a game now. Hamilton can't make mistakes. He can't play stupid football, as that was a bad decision by Smokey Smith there. That was a rookie pass.
That's right.
And Simmons, who we've spotlighted all game, is having a phenomenal game tonight.
And now Hamilton comes back out. You've got to wipe your memory chip, and you've got to just go back to it. Got to score a touchdown here, right?
Yeah, you got to come out here and throat punch this defense and score fast. They handed up the middle again. That's not working against this Duke's front seven.
Yeah, got to hope Hobbs can come back for the 4th quarter, but right now it's shotgun, 2nd and 9. They can still get a first down. Got to snap
the ball
it
before the quarter.
They do not. Put your 4s up. This game has been everything you never thought it could be. And there's one more quarter to go in NEXUS Conference Championship action.
Speaking of get your 4s up, if the Dukes can hold them and score again, they will be up by 4 scores. So the Riot have to score here.
Yeah, it's a big swing opportunity. It looks like Cleary's
he's got it in the middle.
A little bit of shake and bake from Cleary. Seems like Hobbs is still not ready to come back into the game. Gabriel Cleary, not exactly a speedster at 6'2", 210. Has a little bit of wiggle. Hands off again. He's got room and touchdown. The Riot are back in business as the backup gets them on the board. BB.
Now we have a game, guys. Now we have a game.
Huge block there. Did you see that block?
Great play.
From the offensive line. That looked like James Ham. And the big bacon was moving the defensive line, paving the way for backup running back Gabriel Cleary. Second-year man out of Florida.
That was a great play. I want to see that highlight again, man. That was an amazing play.
He only had, in the regular season, Cleary had 5 total carries for 24 yards and 1 touchdown.
That's insane.
So you're getting multiple contributors here tonight from guys who barely touched the ball all season. That's what playoff football is all about, is depth.
And you know Smokey Smith's on the sideline talking crap right now and wanting to come out here and score again. So let's see how much Shelby lets him go free here.
Yeah, you think they slow it down and go a little more conservative with the lead they have in the 4th quarter?
You know, to sound like the 80-year-old man, back in my day, we would have. This is when you want to come down and keep your foot on their neck, and you want to finish this game.
Big run on first down. 2nd and 5, 12:45. As Smith seems to be making a little bit of an adjustment. He's going to throw it, finds his receiver. It's his one-handed catch behind him, and he gets the first down. That's Matt Reeves playing like a true number 1 tonight.
Yeah, and Smith started out fast and hot, but he kind of cooled off there for a little bit, but he finally hits 250 through the air tonight.
Hands off again, this time stopped after a gain of 5. If they can keep getting 5-yard chunks, this game is over.
Yeah, we're playing some old school Ohio State football now, 4 to 5 yards in a cloud of dust. So
out of the shotgun, Smith throws complete for the first down to the 50-yard line. That's Briggs getting another catch. Staying in the shotgun, but they may still hand it off. Let's see, they are using a lot of clock, play clock, down into 8 seconds before they hand it off. This time getting stopped at the line.
Yeah, and that was nothing. That was just a clock eater play right there. They're at midfield. Now they're coming out on 2nd and 10. Probably expect another run or a quick pass here again. Oh, as he had all day.
Fading. Throws it to the boundary and out of bounds.
for making me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, Smokey Smith.
Shotgun 3rd and 10 from the 50. Man, they really would have liked to have gotten some yards on that last one. Kind of an awkward position to be in right now. Smith getting brought down by Meltzer and company. Look at that.
There's Meltzer. Where have you been all game, man?
He's been laying in wait, lurking in the shadows, and like a silent assassin, in the night he comes when they least expect it and gets Smokey Smith down. Some help cleaning it up there, but that was all Meltzer.
Skip, it's 4th down. They held them. 9.5 minutes to go.
This is still a game. If the Riot can march down and score here, this is absolutely a game.
We just talked about how a lot of teams that smartly takes the fair catch that time. Hamilton's fired up now. He's got some confidence. Let's see what he does.
This has been interesting because you're talking about what this team needs to do is pass it, but they just got their last touchdown off the run game, but they're going to start running out of time to keep running it. Hamilton running for his life and throwing it away. Good decision there by the veteran QB.
You see there, they've only allowed 10 points tonight, but they're ranked 21st in the league.
Yeah, well, the defense got better and better as the season went on. I think a lot of veterans on this team really know when to tune up and dial up their performance for the postseason. And now that they're in, getting the catch over the middle. I believe that's Bronson again. Riot have got to start using a little bit of urgency here, using maybe a little too much play clock, a little too casual, getting down to 10 seconds before he even gets a snap here on 1st and 10. Still around their own 20, throwing it out in the flat. Getting up the sideline. I think that's Cleary again. Looks like Hobbs may not make it back into this game.
Yeah, and that's the play right there that I was talking about earlier that's made Hobbs famous this year is he swings out to the sideline and catches that, makes some moves. They hand off for the middle for the 1st down.
Cleary is becoming an every down back for them here. They don't have many options after that. So Cleary, after only getting a handful of touches all season, is becoming a featured back when everything is on the line. 1st and 10, hands it off. This time there is a backup hit, and he gets just a little bit of wind in his sails and takes it upfield. Incredible here for the Riot. Just everybody contributing now. What else can you do? And that was, God, I got to look at my player sheet here. That was Marquise Fant.
Oh, big stop. The Duke said, we need to stop this. That's enough. Let's calm this down.
Marquise Fant, 5'8", 208. Had that big run there before, but he is not a guy you want on the field a lot if you're Tokyo. He also had a broken collarbone earlier this season. So really, Cleary is the only quality option at running back. He goes out for a wheel route now. Smokey, Ramon Hamilton firing over the middle to Bronson, but incomplete. He can't hold on. 3rd and 12. This is really important here.
The only thing good about that play was it stopped the clock finally.
That's right. Hamilton looking downfield, gets it to Hamilton. Clearly, they're probably going to go for it here.
Go for it here on 4th and 6.
They have to.
Go for it anyway.
Got to think with how aggressive, Tony Frye was earlier. He's certainly not going to stop that now. 4th and 6. This one could have critical implications. Hamilton.
He's got a man. He's got a man. He's got a man.
Oh! Brought down by DeAndre Gregory. And the Dukes defense give the ball back to their offense. Here you go, Smoke. Take this thing home.
Now is where you either come out, and there you go. You got to run some clock off. Great blocking off that left side. He's gone.
Unbelievable. Look at that, Antoine Pollard. His biggest run of the night, saving it for the backbreaker here in the end of the 4th quarter.
321 passing yards tonight for Smokey Smith.
Throws it again. They have no need to throw it, but they are anyways just a little bit of a flex. The Dukes saying, hey, we could put one more up. And the 1st down. They're going to probably run it now. Let's see. Yeah,
power up.
This might be over here if they score right here. This game's over.
Smith making a little bit of a sight adjust. Oh, and he's going to throw it. He's got one man to beat. He can't do it. Brought down at the 11. Matt Reeves getting cute with it.
Just like we saw a minute ago, on the flip side of that, the Riot were ranked 4th in the season, and tonight have allowed 342, which isn't a terrible amount of yards, honestly.
Well, it is terrible if this is what the scoreboard says, as it is going to take a miracle for the Riot to walk out of here with the win. 2:40 left here in the game. First and goal. Smokey Smith under center, draining that clock. Hands it off out to the edge. Pollard, doesn't matter really, because they're going to run this down to the 2-minute.
As he had both hands on the ball on that play, he was just worried about fumbling. The Rider, they're celebrating the tackle. We got to get going here, guys.
And that is going to be the 2-minute warning. It looks like this game could be all but wrapped up. We may know who's going to the Rivals Cup.
And it's pretty special that we had 6 or 7 GMs, human user GMs this year in their first year, and the final 4 are all user GMs. That's pretty awesome.
And now we're going to have a user making it to the first ever championship game. What a feeling. If Walt Shelby can remember back to how he was feeling the first few weeks of the season, boy, it feels different now.
Yeah, the game's not over yet as they try to kick the field goal here to go up by 17. This is crazy, man. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. You gotta think the game's pretty much over, but let's see what Frye does. No team of Fryes is gonna lay down and not finish the game up. So be interesting to see here what Hamilton does. Everybody in the world knows they're gonna be throwing the ball. So are the Dukes gonna run pressure? Or are they gonna play the defense they've played all game and just sit back and let Hamilton make his own mistakes?
He throws it, but incomplete. Riot, you're right, they're still going to try. But shotgun, 2nd and 10, minute 42. This is all for vanity now.
Yeah, I mean, Hamilton, he's got him over the fumble!
Picked up, but fortunately he can't advance it. 3rd and 22, yikes. Things went from bad to worse as Hamilton chucks it deep, and it's interception again. Another interception.
Congratulations, Walt Shelby.
Lonnie Clement putting the cherry on top for Walt Shelby and Smokey Smith and the Dukes.
I was going to say, hey, we have a chance to have an orange-on-orange Rivals Cup, but the natives aren't really orange. They're more of a yellow, so.
Yeah, and either way, there'd be I'm sure we'd have to do like an orange on blue there.
Yeah, the blue looks better anyway. Yep, as he's going to kneel the clock down right here.
As the clock starts to tick, you can see Coach Frye getting ready to take off the headset. An outstanding season for Tokyo Riot, but the Riot seem to have been silenced here at the Rabbit Hole. Folks, I don't say this lightly, but tonight the Dukes didn't just win, they declared war on expectations.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, everyone is expecting, whether it be the natives or the brawlers, the Dukes would probably be the underdog in the Rivals Cup too, and that's got to be feeding them as congratulations, the final clock hits 0. And we have a Nexus Conference champion.
Absolutely. The Riot will be back, but tonight belongs to the Dukes, the team nobody wanted to play and nobody
cared about just became the team nobody could stop. The Dukes are headed to the big one, and Smokey Smith, well, you might as well start calling him a campfire because he's heating up when the lights are brightest. 2 touchdown passes from the rookie QB, who looked like a deer in the headlights to start the season. Now he's charging full speed towards the Riot Cup. Or the Rivals Cup.
Yeah, that's right. And as tomorrow night, join us tomorrow night, guys. We'll find out who they will be facing in the Apex Conference Championship as GM Doug Baxter's Brawlers face Clint Baker's Natives.
Absolutely. Andrew Frost, Tony Pearson, Ronnie Leake, Roy Pritchard, the league's royalty faces Rebellion, and only one is going to go on to face the Dukes. Strap in. We've got more Football Rivals Pro League action coming at you tomorrow night.